Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm planning on making some of these cute little whimsical houses. This is the second one I ever made. I see them all the time on Pinterest and YouTube, people making these adorable little whimsical houses. A lot of times they're used as focal points in art journals or even journal cards, very fancy journal cards. This one, originally I was going to have it be a journal card, which is why I put it on a manila, not a manila, one of those file folders. I put it on a file folder to make it more sturdy. And then I figured I could write on the back of it and it would go in my art journal in like a pocket or something. But this is the journal I've been working in lately, and I didn't really think ahead, and it's really quite big for this journal. I mean, it could go in here, but I fell so much in love with it, and I was so happy that I got it made that I decided to hang it above my art table so I could see it more often and maybe inspire me to make more because it was so much fun. The first one that I made, the first one ever I made, I ended up putting in here. This is just a little, like a little, I don't know what you call it, just a little art journal kind of thing. But this was the first whimsical little house I made. And it was really fun. I had been wanting to make them for a long time, and I finally got around to making this one, and I was like, I'm going to make more of those. And then I didn't for a long time. And then I saw some people making mushroom houses, and I was like, oh yes, I have to do that. And in my last video, I shared my birthday art supply haul. I got lots of arts and crafts supplies for my birthday. And so I used a lot of what I got for my birthday to make this little mushroom house. So I'm figuring that's what I'll do today, is make more little mushroom houses, or maybe not all mushroom houses, but I think I definitely want to make at least one more mushroom house. We'll see how many I can make before the video gets too long. So let's get started. Okay, for the first one, I think I'm going to actually use this. It's a piece of packaging. I think it was probably stickers or something. But so this is actually like a cardstock anyway, so this will be a sturdy one as well. So this might go in my journal as a journal card. And you can just use paper, like it doesn't have to be sturdy if you're going to just glue it in as a focal point. But for my first one, I'm going to start with this as the little base, because I'm probably going to have a more wild colored top. So let's see. Choosing the top. Well, first, you know what? Okay. First, I'm going to go ahead and make the base. So I'm going to find something here. Probably a pencil. Okay. I'm going to flip it over. I don't need this part. Just rip that away so there's less to deal with. Okay, and I'm going to just draw the shape that I want it to be on the back side, so you can't see my pencil lines. It's a little more even on the bottom. Okay, so, and I do want to make this one smaller than the other, I think, because I really want to be able to use it in my journal. Okay, and I'll need a little extra room to glue. So there's that. So, but I won't do that now. So here's going to be my little mushroom base. Okay. But yeah, I used it all up and I was excited to get that pattern again. Okay, so I'm going to use my little base to get an idea for my mushroom top. Boom. Let's see how that goes. I'm excited that I'm back here filming another video because it hasn't been too long since my last one. And I am hoping to get more consistent with my channel this year. So far I'm off to a pretty good start. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. I think it's good. It's already looking cute, I think. Okay. I'm just using the glue stick. I'm a little extra bit. Okay. Boy, that's really blending in with my background paper, isn't it? Okay, so there's that. Now for the fun part is adding little embellishments and things. I really like this book page flower with the button. I think I'm going to do that again, to be honest with you. Okay, so let's get it. I already have some book pages handy. Okay. All right, and I want just gonna use one of these little fine tipped Sharpies, and I'm gonna try to make a smaller one this time, and maybe I'll kind of go over and over the petals again for that sort of almost scribbledy look, I know. Okay. There's the flower. Oopsie. I have had tons of fun with my new art supplies that I got for my birthday. If you're interested, the video's on my channel where I opened all my birthday presents in the video. It was all arts and crafts stuff. I've definitely been more consistent with my art practice, and I'm in my new little art room that I made in my closet. It's just a walk-in closet, and it's been really nice having a little more private, dedicated space for all of my artsy and crafty endeavors, and all my supplies are easier to get to because I have everything pretty well organized and accessible in here, so that's made it a lot easier to and more fun to just run in here and just whip up something. Okay, so I've been definitely doing lots of arts and crafting. Just haven't filmed any of it, but I'm happy to be here filming another video. I'm hoping if I do it more and more, it'll get less awkward and uncomfortable. It's really funny how hard it is to talk to a camera. But anyway, it's kind of fun though too. I don't know. Okay, these are some of my little buttons I got also for my birthday. I just dumped out a few. Let's just try some out. Ooh, that's already cute, but we'll try a few more. That's cute too. Oh no, I'm gonna have too many cute options. When I have too many options, it's really hard for me to make a choice. My brain doesn't like it. It's like, no. That's why when I'm like, if I try to go watch something on TV, on Netflix or something, I just like end up scrolling through and could never pick something. There's too much crap to pick from. Okay, let's see. Let's just pick one. Oh, I really like that. And I really like this one. But I think I like this one more. This was actually really cute too. I don't know if you can see it good. I'm trying to hold it up better. It actually has like a little flower with a smiley face on it. And it is really cute too. Oh goodness. If anyone's watching still, what one would you choose? Tell me in the comments. I'm torn actually between these two. Well, we'll just go with that one. Okay, so to attach the button, I'm going to use this tacky glue. It's just from Dollar General. It's cheap, but it works pretty good, really. Oh, I didn't even attach the flower. Let's do that. We can use a glue stick for that. Okay, which way? I guess like that. Okay, Now, for my other little house that I did, I used this tacky glue for the button, and so far it's held on just fine. So stick with what's working. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's sticking so far. There we go. Okay. And then, so the buttons are one of the things I got for my birthday. And as well as this the trim here. I'm going to definitely be using some trim on this. But first, I think it'd be a good idea to make a door. Okay, so I think for the door, I'm going to start with this piece of, it's actually from a piece of cardboard that I peeled this part off because I wanted to use the corrugated cardboard. And I'm going to, where's my pencil? Okay, let's see. Just make a little door. See if I can cut this a little straighter, maybe. Okay. I'll just put it on here so I get an idea of the size of my door. Okay. Cut that out. It might be a little bit wonky of a shape, but that's okay. I'm trying to let go of the need for any kind of perfection, because that kills your creative spirit. Okay, so there's my door, but I don't want it to be just this plain. I'm hoping I can actually create like a little border to go around it. Let's see if I can. Okay, this is just another piece of scrapbook paper, and I just cut a small bit out to have less to work with. So I'm going to try to make a little trim to go around this door. The way I'm going to do that is place it on here, get it lined up with the bottom. All right. So it's not going to be a perfect trim, but remember what I just said about perfectionism. So let's see what happens. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and we will just glue this on there. Let's see. All right, there's our door. My door. Okay. And there's that. Now, I do want a little doorknob, and what is going to be perfect to make a little doorknob, that's what I did last time, is my hole puncher. So I just pick what I want to make my doorknob out of. Okay, I have all these little strips that I cut out of a calendar. I think I like this kind of deep green. I'll just punch a couple, just for the heck of it. Okay, I'm going to dump it out. Oh, there's some more. There's some little holes from previous projects in here too. Okay, well, here's one of our little green ones. Yes, that will do. They're so tiny to glue on. Just kind of rub it on there. Oh, it's sticking in my finger. Poke it down. Okay, I think I like the little green knob. I want to add some trim now. There's not a lot of room here for trim, like in my other one, but I have an idea of where I can put some trim on this one in a different spot. Since I didn't glue the petals down, I can lift those petals, so that works out. So there could be like that, which that's really cute. I might do that. Let's test a couple more though, just for the heck of it. Ooh, that might be really cute too, though. Pick up petal. Okay, that's quite cute. Or we could do the flowers, which is what I used on the other little house. And of course, that is adorable as well. But I think what I'll do, since I used the flowers on my last one, I will go ahead and use a different one just to change it up. So let's see how long it's going to need to be. Okay, so I will just cut it right there, and that's going to be perfect. Okay. And for the trim, I also used the tacky glue last time, and it worked well. So that's what I'll be using. Lift up my little petals. I'm really glad I didn't glue down those petals. It's not because I thought of it ahead of time, it just worked out. This is kind of a fun little, I don't know, it feels like a springtime art project to me, which is cool. It's still technically winter, but where I'm at, we didn't really hardly have much of a winter. I live in the desert, and normally it does get pretty cold here in the winter. This year we only had, I feel like, maybe, I don't know, a couple weeks of really cold weather. Other than that, it's just felt like spring, kind of. But now it's getting close to spring, and we're really getting some warm days. So this is kind of a fun little, it feels like a springy project to me. Okay, looking good so far. I almost feel like I could leave it just like this and say it's done because it's adorable. But I feel like I do want to add something more to it. I think I do want a window. Okay, but I think I might not use a button this time. However, I am going to use a button to trace. Okay, I also cut a little circle out of this for window trim. Let's see. It's quite cute. You know what might be even cuter if I could do it. Let's see if I could. Let's see. I'm going to try to cut some little skinny little strips. There we go. That's cute, I think. I like that better than just the black. I kind of wish I hadn't used the black pen to trace the circle, but it's okay. Let's see, how do we want it? Like that. There we go. That's a little window. I feel like it could use something more. I have these little tiny, like puffy stickers. Give it some little flowers, maybe. I wonder if this would look like almost like a wreath. Yeah, like that. All right. I think this one's done. Look, now they're neighbors. They're so fun. This one's going in my art journal. So cute. Okay, I don't know how long the video is, but hopefully it will be reasonable to make one more. The reason this is here, this is a little like fairy house from my daughter's fairy garden, and I'm really tempted to use this as inspiration. It's a little teapot. It's so cute, and it has a little chimney. I'm gonna give this one a whirl. So I need to find a base again. Okay, so I picked this piece of scrapbook paper for the base. So now I'm going to try to draw this shape. Okay, now I got to cut out that little center part. Where's my hole punch? I'm thinking the hole punch will be helpful. I wish I had some of those tiny little scissors you can get. I do. Okay, I did that off camera because it was difficult enough without trying to keep it in frame. Okay, so it looks really wonky right now, but that's not bad. I've never drawn a teapot. So it's weird how sometimes like really simple shapes can be difficult to draw. Even like it's like you have to it's not just right, it looks wonky, but I think it's gonna be cute. So this is actually a piece of fabric that I have. I think I want to use this fabric for the top, the little flowery part. So I'm going to actually, I got this packaging back. I'm going to end up gluing it onto this packaging, I think. So let's see. So we just want to do sort of, okay, let's see how it does. And if it doesn't match up just right, I can always trim. Okay, I think probably use this tacky glue again. Oops. Okay, I think it's okay. And then this one has a little chimney. So I think I want to add a little chimney. And I'm going to use this same stuff. So it's like the chimney and the little handle for the teapot lid, you know? Oops. My little chimney / handle's moving. Okay. This is a little painted paper I made. I feel like this might make a cute trim to go around this door. Okay. These little houses are so fun to make, and really, like, there's so many different options and possibilities of different materials you can use. And all the little embellishments are a lot of fun. You can use buttons and trims, and you can even use like little charms, or just let your imagination run. Okay. I'm going to cut just one of these little flowers off the end here. I'm wondering either as a doorknob or like a little door centerpiece thing, like how I did the other one with the flower. That's very cute. Maybe I'll just do that. I won't add a doorknob. This could either be the doorknob or a little wreath-like thing. Just whatever you want it to be. Oh, turn it. Let's see, I have this little piece of stuff I used before. I'm going to just try something here. And do the same with this one. Just drawing like two little rectangles on the bottom and coloring them in. It's tiny, so it's kind of weird. And then I'm doing like an L and then make it curved here. Oops. It's hard because it's very tiny. Okay, and then again now like a backwards L and then curve it up. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I'm going to use these. I don't know if I'm going to like them. So I could do that. 2 little windows. Or like a little window there. I wonder if I put something in between if that would look better. Or do I? Or do I just like that? Let's see. Kind of go there. Oh, I'm still debating on the windows. I don't know. If anyone's watching this at this point still, tell me in the comments what you would do. Would you use the little windows? I could attempt to make them again, like maybe not use black. I think the black is like too harsh or something. But the video is getting really long, so I don't know. I don't know if I want the little windows. I think I kind of like it like that without the little windows. I might save these little windows for another house later, or at least the idea, like I could remake them or use those. It'd be fine. I have a little bit of string here for my, there we go. Okay, so I don't know. What do you think? I think it's done. Okay, so I'm done for today making these little houses. I got 2 done. I like the way they turned out. I don't know which one's my favorite. I like them both. There's my little teapot, which also kind of looks like a mushroom. It's like a mushroom teapot house. Or just a teapot. I don't know. And then my little mushroom. And then the one I made earlier, which sounds much bigger than these, but it's a little mushroom neighborhood. I love it. I'm definitely going to be making some more of these. Some little regular little whimsical houses, and then probably some more mushroom ones. I don't know if I'll do it in a video or not, but if I make more, I'll share them on like Instagram or Facebook or something. If you want to follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I will put a link in the description of this video to my Facebook page and Instagram account, so you can follow me on there, because I post a lot more things on there than on YouTube. So yeah, but hopefully I will be back next week with another video. Try to keep some momentum going this year. That guy didn't fit very well. Anyway, so yeah, I hope you had fun watching this. If you made it all the way to the end, hopefully you got some inspiration to make some cute little whimsical mushroom houses. These are probably going to go into my art journal. These 2 should fit in here. Whoops. Let's see, let's test and see if I did good, if they're gonna fit pretty reasonably. Yeah, there we go. They should. And then this guy, let's see. I'll probably use them as little focal points. That looks cute. But like I said, you can also use them as like little, not glue them in, but just put them in a pocket so that you can pull them out if you want. But yeah, these are going to be some focal points. One of my goals is I want to start just making up a bunch of art journal fodder, they call it, like pieces like this, and just get myself like a collection going. I want to make like butterflies and dragonflies and lots of flowers and things. That way I have like a little stash of already handmade art journal like focal points and embellishments, and that way it's just easier to, if I feel like just whipping up a background, then I have some already made stuff, because I really like to make handmade focal points and stuff. Although with art journals, it's also awesome to have like old magazines, and you can cut out anything, like any kind of images to be focal points in your art journals. That works great. Stickers, all kinds of things. But it is really fun, I think, to make, your own handmade little pieces for your art journals. So that's probably what I'm going to do a lot on my channel for a while, is just focus on making art journal fodder, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, so hopefully I'll get another video next week, and maybe I'll see you then. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Happy creating. Bye-bye. Hello. Just popping back in here. It's actually the next day, and I just wanted to share with you, I did make some changes to the teapot house. I looked at it after the video, and I was going to put it in my art journal actually, and I was like, what is it that's off about it? And I realized the top was like way too big. I think I still had mushrooms on the mind, from this one, and I didn't want it to be like a mushroom teapot. I wanted it to look more like a teapot, like the little fairy house that I used as inspiration. So I realized like the top's too big. So what I did was I made a smaller top, and I kind of added a little piece right here to make it slant out this way. And I actually changed the fabric. I did like it before, but I just wasn't what I was really going for. So I felt like this one looked a little more like what I wanted, like the inspiration. And I did decide to go ahead and add the little windows. So anyway, I thought it just turned out, I thought it was like a lot cuter this way. So I wanted to share how it turned out in the end. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully I inspired you to make some little whimsical houses. Have a good one. Bye. Happy creating.